Well, let's talk about when people do book. How do you keep track of people? When the person says yes and you are booking them, you want to give them options on when to book. So you should be very familiar with your own calendar and your own schedule ahead of time when you're making your calls and your text messaging, so that you can get back to people and tell them when you have dates available for doing the pampering session. Now you have options when you do this. You could have them come to you and have them bring some friends with them, and you can actually pull other people from other places and other people that you know and make a party group all together. Women are fine with that. I'll tell you, they don't mind being with people that they don't know. They seem to gel really well, and women just are like instant bonded friends. The other option is for you to go to them and do a party at their house, but when I do that, I definitely want to do that with other people there, so that it makes it worth my time and my effort of bringing my products and myself and driving to their house. So I usually try to do that with other people that they have invited, and we make it a party. So that's something that you can do with other people. So when you get that booked, you're going to ask them, you know, what is the best time for them, either this week or next week. And then you're going to ask them if they prefer a weekday, an evening, or a Saturday, depending on what the times are that you offer. So you don't want to give them open-ended choices. Nobody is going to be able to make a decision if you just say, well, when is good for you? Or, you know, what day looks good for you? You want to give them a couple choices. Like you might say, I do my appointments on Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings. Which one is better for you? If you do weekdays and you do weekends, you could say, I do my appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the day, or I do appointments on Saturday and Sunday. Which one is better for you? So you may want to give them options about days and times, but keep it simple. You don't want to overwhelm them with too many choices. And when you basically go from narrowing it down from something broad, like figuring out if they want to do it this week or next week, and then day or evening or weekend, then you're going to get an idea of, okay, they want to do daytime, so they could either do Tuesday or Thursday. And if they choose Tuesday, then you can say, do you prefer morning or afternoon on that Tuesday? And then you could say, okay, you choose morning, how about 10 o'clock? So you're kind of creating this funnel of a bigger schedule time frame and narrowing it down down to the very last day and time that they prefer. So what do you do now that you have the date? First of all, I'm going to send them a text message right away, so I have it in my phone, what we discussed, where we're going to do it, and when we're going to do it. I'm writing down information about her name, her address, at the date and the time that we discussed, and I put it on a post-it note, and this is an example of how I would do that, and I attach that to a profile card. So I'm putting that information with the name and the location of the party and the time of the party and the date, and I'm also putting down sort of a little mini checklist for myself so that I can remember what I have done as far as my follow-up. So in this case, what I have created as my checklist is that I have a postcard that's sent to her. I'm going to pre-profile her. I'm going to get a guest list so that I know who's coming to the party, and I'm also going to be sending her reminders. So when I do those different things to help get ready for this party, I'm going to check those off of the post-it note. And then as I pre-profile her, I can either write the information on the post-it note or I can put it right on the card. The only disadvantage to putting it on the card is if that party was to postpone or cancel, then you already put it on the card. But it might be a good thing because it will make you follow up more and make sure you get in front of her at some point, even if she has to postpone. So that's how I do it when I have them booked. And what I do is I have a file box like this, and I have different categories, and one of the categories is booked. So when someone books a party, I take them and I put them into my file box with that post-it note on there, and I know that this is an appointment that I have booked. So when I'm going through and I am coaching my hostesses and getting ready for parties, I know exactly what's coming up. I also am going to be putting that into my planner. So on my dates here, I'm going to be writing down the name of the hostess, the time, so I can remember when I'm looking at my calendar what appointments that I have. So that's what I do when I have appointments booked. The other thing that I do is I send them a postcard. You can also send them a letter in the mail. Either one works really well, but I love doing something with paper so that they have something on their refrigerator or on their desk to remind them of this party. And there's a couple in the resources here. One of them looks kind of like this, Let the Pampering Begin, and it shows them what they can earn. So when I have a festival event or a customer appreciation event, I'm gonna let her know that she won something from me, and usually it's a $20 gift certificate. You can also use the postcard that has a $10 gift certificate as well. And in order to encourage her to bring friends, she can get another $10 free for every person that she invites. So they can go all the way up to $50 and get some free things from me when they invite friends. So that serves as a reminder, and it also serves as a gift certificate that I can mail to them in the mail. You could also use a letter that you just basically have a form letter and you write in the date and the time and sign your name. You can put a little lip gloss sample in there if you want to, and let people know that you're going to be sending them a little gift in the mail as a reminder. So I really feel like when you take the effort to send them something in the mail, it sticks. My appointments have held so much more frequently because I have started to put things in the mail. All right, so that's an important part of your preparation to help an appointment hold. And I hope that you can use a file box to help you remember who you have to contact, who you have to coach. And for example, if someone were to have to reschedule, then I can put them into a category that says reschedule. So I know that I need to get back with them about a future date. It's best to try to reschedule people right away. And in order to help prevent parties from postponing and canceling, please remember it's so important to coach and check in and remind and text the hostess, because if you just book that appointment and you don't follow up with her on a regular basis, there's a high chance that that party is not going to hold. So it's really important every couple days after you book the appointment to just do a quick check-in so that she remembers that she's doing this, and that you can then ask her the questions about her skin, and you can do the get the guest list from her so you know who's coming, and then you can pre-profile those friends as well. Lots of different things that you can check in with her about. I usually just do a very friendly, quick check-in with them as it gets closer and closer, especially as you're leading up to it, you know, about 4 days, 2 days, and the day before, and even the morning of the appointment. You want to be texting her and telling her how so excited you are to do the pampering with her. All right, so those are the things that I would recommend doing on a regular basis, getting really tight with your systems. You can use a notebook again to keep track of all of this. Some people prefer to do it in their phone. I'm more of a paper and pencil person, but if you feel like you can keep lists of people in your reminders, that seems to work really well too. For people that are, you know, very good with using their phone and are used to having their calendar on their phone, that totally works well too. So I hope that these booking tips helped you. I hope that you will start creating that list and just going after it with that process that we talked about. Voice message, with the phone call, and then an immediate text, and then following up 2 days later, and then again 2 days after that. Use the scripts, follow the plan, and trust the process. It does work. And booking is an art form, but when you get better and better at it, you are going to enjoy it, and you're going to look forward to booking. Imagine that you will, because you realize that you have a gift to give. This is an amazing opportunity for women to sit and be pampered. So don't have an attitude of you're interrupting them, or you're troubling them, or you're, you know, asking for something from them. They're getting a gift from you. And when you do these appointments, you will realize how much fun these women are having, how they love the products, they love the attention that they get, they love the way their skin feels, they love learning new things. And even though at the moment, sometimes when you're trying to book them, they get a little like anxious, like they don't know if they can fit it in, or they might be too busy, you know, that's more to do with them and the difficulties that they have, maybe with just being busy, it's not that they're rejecting you. So don't ever feel like it's something personal against you. Trust that when they do get together with you, they are going to be grateful and they're going to be thanking you. So remember that as you're booking, you have an amazing gift to give, and it's going to be something that will bless them. So remember, you are a blessing to these women, and the booking will definitely be a blessing in your business if you do it consistently and you just work on getting better and better at that skill. I hope that helps you.